Hello, my name is Angie Cicero. I am the head of the English department here at Homestead. And one of the primary questions that parents are typically going to ask me when we usually have a chance to be together during freshman orientation is how do we decide between honors English and on level English for our student? And ultimately, there is no perfect answer to that question. It is a decision that is important, and it's one that I think should be made not just by the student all by himself or herself, but really with a conversation with parents, a conversation with the eighth grade teachers, a counselor. This is the kind of thing where you have to look at the whole setup of that freshman year. And so making a decision about honors versus regular in English is not an isolated decision. It has to do with overall what are the courses that the student is going to take, how much homework can they handle, how interested are they in various different courses, and what's going to create a challenging and exciting but also a workable and balanced freshman year so that they can really get acclimated to Homestead and have a really positive experience. And so I will say that we, on a regular basis, sort of reevaluate that process by which the recommendations are made by the eighth grade teachers. And so I think a really great starting point is to look at what has been recommended by the eighth grade teachers. In addition to that, there are more things to think about. And that is what I'm going to try to speak to right now. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a trajectory moving forward, but ultimately what we're talking about in this video is how do I choose between English 9 or Honors English 9. So I'm going to try to describe for you what it is that is the difference. But a lot of what makes an honors English class an honors experience is when those students walk through the door, how up for a challenge are they? There is an educational term, the zone of proximal development, which means that kids are in a space where they are challenged, but where they're capable of meeting that challenge. And so what we want is for both our on-level courses and our honors courses to have students in that zone of proximal development. So the very first thing I want to tell you is that on-level English is not a low-level English class. It is a rigorous class. It's an interesting class. We have amazing teachers who love teaching that class. There is nothing low-level about on-level English. And there's all kinds of students with different interests and different skill levels taking that class. And so there's nothing wrong with taking on-level English. It's an excellent class. If it is that you are looking for that higher level English experience and you want to engage in really deep, really critical thinking, if you thrive on that, and you're up for a faster pace, our honors courses do move faster, which means that there might be more reading on a given night. So in an on-level class, maybe you have to read 15 pages in a book. And in the honors class, you might need to read 25. Now, that's not an absolute or every single night kind of a thing, but what feels more comfortable to your student, to you as a student? And then even in terms of moving from one skill set to another skill set, the pace of that is going to be faster. In an on-level class, we can slow down a little bit and we can do some more scaffolding and some more opportunities for feedback before an assessment. And so the pace is just, it's a little bit more comfortable. It's not a slow pace. It's not a low-level pace. It's a pace that is going to be really responsive to the students who are in that course. And as I said, the nightly reading is higher. There's more writing at home for an honors course as well. And so are you up for that? Is that something you're excited about? Is that something that you want to do? And please don't be mistaken. We're writing at home, we're reading at home in all of our English classes. And every one of our courses is designed to be invigorating to students. All right, and then I will say this, and this is not to say that our freshman and sophomore courses are about prepping kids for an AP experience. Our entire 9-12 English experience is about preparing students to have an open door at the end of high school to do whatever they want. And what that means is if they want to go to college, if they want to take classes at whether it's MATC or UW-Madison or a private college in Milwaukee or a private college far away, or if they're aiming for an acceptance to Harvard, I don't care what that next level experience is that they're looking for. We want them to have the English related skills that have doors open for them. We do, at this point in history, offer college level experiences for high school students. And so if your student wants to be ready for and is interested in taking that higher level college experience by junior year, stepping into what we would call an AP or advanced placement course, where at the end of the class, they take a test, and if they score high enough on it, they get college equivalency. If perhaps by senior year, they're wanting to take one of our college credit classes, we have actual classes that earn students college credits by their senior year. They can take those courses if they want to. So if you as a student are trying to prepare yourself for that college level experience by junior year, then it can be very advantageous to take an honors course your freshman and sophomore year. We don't have any barriers in place, however. So if you feel like the right place to start is in on-level English in ninth grade, build those skills, maybe move into honors your sophomore year, or maybe you're not ready for it your sophomore year. And I don't know, sometime during sophomore year, you get really interested in English, or you feel more invested in the work, or you feel more confident, or you're looking to go to that next level and you want a higher level of challenge. Whether or not you have taken honors courses your freshman and sophomore year, our junior college level courses, our AP courses, are going to be open to you. And a commitment that we have as an English department is that if we have a student who's in an on-level class and they're really thriving and they're up for the challenge and they're moving at a faster pace, we will help make that recommendation to say, hey, how about next year you go into honors? Why not go to that next level of challenge? I think you're ready for that. So there's nothing to fear, or you're not going to miss something if you don't take honors English. We want you to take it if you are up for and interested in and really excited about that next level of challenge right away. And so there is an opportunity to build those sort of pre-AP skills in our honors courses. But the skill sets that we're teaching in on-level and honors are very similar. There are some different pieces of literature in each course. And so part of that is us deciding what's going to be manageable for a student who has chosen to take an on-level course rather than an honors course. And we know that sometimes that isn't about ability or interest. It's about creating that balance within their schedule and making sure that they're not overloading themselves. I'm going to give one example of that. Sometimes students take AP Human Geography their freshman year. And so they're hopping into a college level rigorous course freshman year in social studies. And that is very manageable for some students. For others, it's really overwhelming. Well, then if you're also taking honors English, one of the things I want to clarify is that just because honors English doesn't have AP before it, doesn't mean that it's a lower level of experience or a lower level of challenge than that AP Human Geography class, for example. So if you're taking AP Human Geography and honors English, what you're saying to us as your English teacher and your social studies teacher is, I want that rigorous challenge in both of these areas. And so it's important for parents and students to understand that it is a choice that we're putting in your hands if you want that challenge. But then when you get there, you have to accept it and be ready for the higher level of workload and that higher level of expectation and the faster pace. And so if that's what you want, then go for honors English. If you have further questions, please do not hesitate to email me, acicero, that's ACICERO, at mtsd.k12.wi.us, or feel free to call me at Homestead. My extension is 5887. Thank you so much for listening, and we look forward to welcoming your freshmen and all of you freshmen to Homestead next year.